through the window of the passenger side of our car. That's when the vendor dropped the marijuana stick inside our car. When we came out of the club at around 2 in the morning, a group of police led by Captain Victorino was all over us. They stuck their guns in our faces, and put the handcuffs on our wrist. I can hear my younger brothers terrified because they were only then 15 and 16 years old. They weren't even supposed to be there, but I convinced them to go with me to have a good time because our parents were in Baguio attending a seminar for the weekend. I have to call my friend, a retired U.S. Navy, to help bail us out. During that time, Captain Victorino, the head of Narcotics Division, wanted $1,500 per head as bail for the 6 of us. We're lucky that my retired U.S. Navy friend was able to raise $7,500 so we don't have to spend the rest of the weekend in jail. My last experience in jail is in LA. I was in LA. It was the same day, friends, it was the same day when I purchased my BMW, a 328 IS Sports. I couldn't forget it. Because from the dealership, I went out. I was so static that I celebrated to death. And I then got drunk. Well, so drunk, I got so horny and excited to impress my girlfriend. I wasn't even fit to drive because of my condition, but I decided to drive while under the influence of alcohol. I was swerving all over the freeway of Long Beach, It was like swerving when a highway patrol pulled me over. I was so drunk, friends, that I vomited inside the police car. I was lucky again. I don't know. I'm like a cat, 9 lives. I was lucky again that the officer was a Filipino-American who recognized me playing basketball with Jeffrey Graves. Anybody remember Jeffrey Graves who played for San Miguel? San Miguel, yeah. He was a retired PBA player. He's my best friend. And the officer's brother was also our teammate in our basketball team. Imagine that, Small world. You know what he did? He let me stay in one of the empty cell, and when I was sober, he asked me to call my friend Jeffrey so I can go home before the sun was out. Luckily, my friend Jeff was home on holidays for a couple of weeks, so he was able to come by and took me home. It was the most expensive night because I had to post a bail for $1,000, and my license was suspended for 1 month. And not only that, my car got impounded, and I was asked to pay for the fee of $500. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, friends. And these are just a few of my roller coaster in life that I experienced before I came to know God. But here's my point, friends. Here's my point. Even this tragedy in my life was not enough to stop God's vision for my life, to give me an abundant life. Because I'm experiencing this abundance today, friends. I am. Friends, God won't allow any problem, any crisis, any trial, any evil in your life to stop His great vision to happen in your life. You will receive an abundant life. Trust Him. I urge you now to make Him your leader. Give yourself to Him. In 2005, my uncle invited my mother, who was then visiting from the States, to attend a healing mass conducted by Father Fernando Suarez. You know Father Fernando Suarez? For the BLD, Bukas Loob ng Diyos in Toronto. Del and I and my mother attended the healing mass. After the mass was over, we decided to go home. While on the way to the parking lot, my beautiful wife, Del, tripped and sprained both of her ankles and was really in pain and couldn't walk at all. She was crippled. She was totally crippled. So my uncle advised me to take Del inside the church and have Father Fernando pray over her for healing. And that's what we did. As we approached Father Fernando, he asked, "What happened to her?" So we told him the whole incident. Then Father Fernando reached for the hand of Del and started praying over her. All of a sudden, my eyes and his eyes came into contact. Oh my God. I was really scared because he was staring at me the whole time. I started to ask myself, what have I done? What have I done? I was really scared and felt I've done something wrong, and I felt I was in trouble again. After Father Fernando finished with Del praying, he commanded Del to stand and walk. We're all amazed that Del stood up and walked as if nothing happened at all. It was a miracle. It was a miracle that transpired in our very eyes. When everything was over, he looked at me and said, "Come over here with me," he asked. "What is your name?" I said, "Father, my name is Jerome." Then he said to me, "I want you to have this rosary." I had this for about 5 years now. He gave me this rosary, and he said, "I can see that God will be using you mightily one day." I don't know what to say. I had this mixed emotion. I don't know if I have to be happy of what I heard, but deep inside me, I was shocked and nervous, very nervous. Friends, after that, my life changed. As I remembered, my wife and I ministered to couples who were ready to give up their relationship, who were ready to give up their marriages, and we were able to help them reconcile in the relationship as couples. We had 75 to 80% success rate. We also prayed over family members, friends, community members, and people we don't even know who are having health problems, job and financial difficulties. And God was always there to minister to their needs and requests. For years now, every single day, I spent an hour and a half in prayers asking the Lord for healings, blessings, and spiritual conversions for leaders and members of our community, the Light of Jesus. In fact, I have a list of names that I prayed each day for those who are sick, who have died, and the front page are the names who are in need of healing, and at the back page are the names who have died. And here it is, friends, right here. These are the names that I pray every day for an hour and a half. These are the names that needs to be healed, and the names at the back are people who have died. And one time I was sharing this with our brothers and sisters. They were telling me, "Brother Jerome, can you just please just leave us in the front page? Don't let us go to the back page of the prayers that you've been doing." Because they don't want to die yet. I believe the importance of our relationship because I know that it is not a coincidence that I'm here in front of you preaching. I also believe that God has a reason why all of you are here listening. I know that all of us are leaders in our own little way. I believe that I am a leader who's blessed. Ask me why. Why? Because I'm surrounded with committed and good leaders of this community. They are good leaders because as leaders, they are here to serve, not to be served. They have a servant's heart. Let me introduce the committed leaders of this community. Please stand and be recognized as I call your names. Brother Jovi, he is the overall leader of this community. I'd like to call on Brother Rudy. Please stand up, Brother Rudy, to be recognized. Brother Pete, please stand up to be recognized. Brother Frank, of course. Mr. Clint Eastwood of Light of Jesus. Cousin Ray, where are you?